What if I told you the happiest people on earth aren't happier because they have more money, a better job, or a perfect life? What if their biggest secret is hidden inside a few tiny habits that most people ignore every single day? Think about it. We've all met someone who smiles often, who stays calm during difficult times, who always seems grateful, even when life isn't perfect. What's their secret? Scientists have spent decades studying happiness, and they've discovered something surprising. Happiness isn't something you are born with. It's something you practice. Your brain changes every single day. The thoughts you repeat, the actions you take, and the habits you build literally shape the way you feel. That means happiness isn't luck. It's training. And today, you're about to discover 7 simple habits that many of the happiest people in the world practice every single day. Stay until the end, because habit number 1 is incredibly simple, takes less than a minute, and could completely change the way you experience life. Welcome to Secret Success, where you discover powerful ideas, simple truths, and things no one tells you. Every day, you make hundreds of small decisions. Most seem unimportant, but together they quietly shape your future. The happiest people understand something many of us forget. Big changes rarely happen overnight. They happen through small actions, repeated every single day. Today, we're uncovering 7 small habits that the happiest people practice every day. Let's get started. 7. They start every day with gratitude. Imagine waking up tomorrow morning before checking your phone, before thinking about work, before worrying about everything you need to do. You pause for just 1 minute and you ask yourself one simple question. What am I grateful for today? It sounds almost too easy, but science says this tiny habit can completely change the way your brain works. Our brains naturally focus on problems. Thousands of years ago, this helped humans survive. Our ancestors constantly looked for danger, a hidden predator, a coming storm, a lack of food. Those who noticed threats were more likely to survive. That survival instinct still exists today. But instead of worrying about wild animals, we worry about deadlines, money, social media, relationships, and the future. Without realizing it, our brains become experts at finding problems. That's why gratitude is so powerful. It interrupts that pattern. Instead of asking, what's wrong with my life? You begin asking, what's already good? Maybe you're thankful for your family, your health, a friend who always supports you, a safe place to sleep, a delicious meal, or simply another sunrise. The amazing thing is, your brain begins searching for more positive experiences. The more gratitude you practice, the easier it becomes to notice joy in everyday life. Research has found that grateful people often feel happier. They sleep better, experience less stress, and build stronger relationships, not because their lives are perfect, but because their minds are trained to notice the good. Here's a simple challenge. Tomorrow morning, before touching your phone, write down 3 things you're grateful for. Do it every day for 1 week. You might be surprised by how differently you begin to see your life. Sometimes, happiness doesn't come from getting more. Sometimes, it comes from appreciating what you already have. And that is why the happiest people never let a single day begin without gratitude. 6. They move their body every day. Have you ever noticed how much better you feel after a short walk? That's because movement changes your brain. When you move, your heart pumps more oxygen to your brain. Your body releases feel-good chemicals called endorphins. These chemicals help reduce stress, improve your mood, and increase your energy. The happiest people don't wait until they feel motivated. They simply make movement part of their daily routine. You don't need an expensive gym. You don't need to exercise for hours. Just 10 to 20 minutes of walking, stretching, or light exercise can make a big difference. Every step tells your brain it's time to feel better. That's why people often return from a walk feeling calmer, more focused, and much happier. Small movements done every day create big changes over time. 5. They don't let negative thoughts take over. Everyone has negative thoughts. The difference is, happy people don't believe every thought they have. Instead of saying, my day is ruined, they ask, what can I learn from this? They focus on solutions, not problems. This simple habit helps reduce stress and builds emotional strength. No one has a perfect life, but everyone can choose how they respond to challenges. The happiest people train their minds to look for opportunities. Even during difficult times, Remember, you can't always control what happens, but you can always control how you choose to think about it. 4. They take short breaks. The happiest people know that resting isn't wasting time. Working nonstop can exhaust your brain and increase stress. That's why they take short breaks throughout the day. Even 5 minutes of fresh air, stretching, or simply closing your eyes can refresh your mind. A rested brain thinks more clearly, makes better decisions, and feels much happier. Sometimes the most productive thing you can do. 3. They spend time with people. They love happiness grows through connection. The happiest people make time for family, friends, and the people who truly care about them. A simple conversation, a shared laugh, or even a kind message can brighten an entire day. 2. They stop comparing themselves to others. Comparison steals happiness. The happiest people focus on their own journey, not someone else's. Instead of competing with everyone, they compete with who they were yesterday. Small progress every day. When they find joy in the little things. The happiest people don't wait for a perfect life to feel happy. They know happiness isn't hidden inside a bigger house, more money, or a dream vacation. Instead, they discover joy in the little moments. The smell of fresh coffee, a beautiful sunrise, cool morning breeze, a child's laughter, a kind smile from a stranger, a peaceful walk, a good book, a delicious meal, or simply a quiet moment alone. These moments may seem small, but together they create a happy life. Many people spend years chasing happiness without realizing it has been around them all along. The happiest people understand that life isn't measured by how many big moments you experience. It's measured. Welcome to Secret Success, where small knowledge creates big change. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourself.